Hey guys, this is Alex C.
This is Patrick R.
We're back at you with another 5 guns video for thefirearmblog.com. What you see here is 5 guns that are alternatives to the AR-15 platform. Something I've noticed is that when we do a post on the blog about an AR-15 or a new product that is kind of AR related, people will chime in saying things like, oh look, another AR, and to be quite honest, I've experienced some of that myself, with something I've kind of called AR fatigue. The AR is a good platform. It's been around and you can get one for $600 or less these days.
Yeah, I built one 2 months ago for $430.
There you go. So, I mean, with AR-15s out there costing $430, there's no really good reason to not get that as your primary firearm. But some people don't like them. Some people want something a little different, and that's what this video is for. Obviously, a lot of these can't compete on price, but the point of this video is alternatives kind of regardless of price. So what we picked are our 5 favorites that we have access to. That's not to say that there's some that we like that aren't on the table. We could do 10 easily.
Oh, absolutely. These are just the ones we had access to at the time.
And that we like the best that we've experienced.
Yeah.
So anyways, going from our left to
the criteria that we had was it had to fire the .223 5.56 round, and it had to not be an AR-15.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Really. So anyways, let's go from our left to right as usual. We're going to start off with a gun that I really like. It's actually my favorite bullpup rifle. This is the FN Herstal FS2000. And you can make all the jokes you want. It really does look like a yacht when you kind of see it in frame there. However, they handle and point really nicely. I actually like the feel of them better than an AUG and much better than a Tavor. It's cool. It's got a trap door here to check the chamber. This is one of the old school models with the built-in optic with the backups on top, but you can take that off and there's a Picatinny to replace it with. It's really easy to field strip. It handles and points well. Patrick, you like it as well.
No, I do.
It's just a great gun. It's reliable. It's accurate. The trigger's bullpuppy, but
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not bad. Make sure we're clear here.
Oh, it's also ambidextrous. Rounds eject out the front, which is very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so all in all, that's my favorite bullpup, and it's a great AR alternative.
Yeah, no, I mean, like you say, the trigger is kind of bullpuppy. But even this sight, it looks really futuristic and everything, but it works pretty well.
Yeah,
it's very clear.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's the FS2000. That's a great AR alternative. Let's move on to an old design that's based on the G3. This is actually an HK33 rifle, but there's clones on the market. Some made by Century, some made by other companies like Vector, and ATI, I think, has one.
They might.
I don't know. But a lot of companies make these. I know TPM Outfitters down the road from me will make you one. You can make your own too. There's kits on the market for about $500, which is awesome if you're savvy. But these shoot very well. They, if you like the G3, if you like the PTR 91 guns, you'll feel right at home on one of these. They're very smooth. What do you think, Patrick?
No, I mean, I like this gun a lot too. I think you've got the one that's shorter. I don't remember.
I've got a 53 that's basically a short version of this. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we've taken that out a couple of times, and I really like shooting that gun a lot. Yeah. It's a crowd pleaser.
They've got that distinctive G3 kind of carrier movement that jostles your body back and forth just right. And I like the HK diopter sights. I think a lot of people like these.
I like them so much that I purchased a set and put it on one of my short-barreled AR-15s.
Well, there you go. Yeah. So that's a great alternative, and you can build one of these for probably $600 or $700. I'm going to say with a receiver flat if you if you're a competent welder. If you're not, then you can get a Century clone for cheap. However, those are some questionable ones out there, but evaluate what you're buying.
Yeah, and I want to say on building them, it is a little bit more daunting than building an AK or something like that.
Yes.
But it's doable.
It's possible. It is cool that it's possible is the thing. Next up, everyone who's into guns definitely knows what this is.
I mean, you don't even have to be into guns. If you're into video games, I mean, you know what the SCAR is.
I will say when giving kids or my friends' kids and whatnot tours of the gun room, they immediately know what this is and they gravitate towards it. I don't know why that is. This just draws the most attention from video game people, and I guess it's in a lot of action movies these days, so it is what it is. But this, of course, is an FN SCAR 16S. It's definitely the most expensive of the offerings on the table.
It is, but I mean,
arguably the most well-made and the most well-received by militaries.
I mean, you see the rifle; it looks kind of bulky, and until I picked one up, a couple, whenever they came out, I was thinking, man, that's got to be heavy. I'm not going to like it. Picked it up, and it is just, really, the handling and characteristics of this rifle are fantastic.
Sure.
Yeah, I like it so much that I'm looking to purchase one.
Right.
But
I would say I prefer the FNC, the old gun, to this, but they don't actually import that anymore. So unfortunately, it's not on the table.
that and the prices on those FNCs are over what you would spend on one of these things.
More than that, really. I mean, they're
Well,
about
yes,
these
but
go for $2,300 or so.
Yeah, yeah, but what that $3,000 to $2,300.
That being said, if I had the money, to be honest with you, I'd probably spend the extra dough and get the 308 version. It's only a couple hundred more, and you do get that heavier hitting round, which is awesome.
I mean, wouldn't fit the criteria,
Wouldn't fit the
unfortunately.
criteria, yeah. But yeah, so that's there. It is an option. I really do like this gun. It's reliable, accurate. It's everything you want in a modern firearm and more.
Something I do want to touch on is all the controls on this gun are very familiar. If you're an AR-15 shooter, you can pick this one up and run it just like you would your AR-15.
Absolutely. So, great alternative. The next one's nothing new. It's actually been on the scene for years and years. It's based on the venerable M1 Garand action. This, of course, is a Mini 14. I actually am a huge Mini 14 fan. I think I bought this for $600 a couple years ago when I first graduated from college. I thought, wow, that's a really cool rifle that I'll use to take to the lease and whatnot, because I liked how the sights were right above the bore as opposed to the high bore sights of an AR-15. So I got some 20-round mags and stuff, and I used it to kick around for a little while. It's reliable, they're accurate, they're good guns. Another thing is they're legal in California, New York, and your other banned states, because without the flash hider, they're featureless. So that's one of the reasons I included this as a great alternative.
Yeah, and I mean, we'd be wrong if we didn't include it, to be honest. Yeah, anything that uses this action belongs in a best of video, period.
Now, Nathaniel, I know you don't like this action, but I do, so be quiet. Anyways, no, but they are reliable, they are accurate, as long as you don't do silly things like clog the action with mud, like those crazy videos.
Like I want to say it was Ian McCollum from Forgotten Weapons. They did an extreme mud test on an M1A, which uses a scaled up action,
yeah.
And it did very poorly. But
Yeah.
as long as you're using it reasonably, it's great.
Right, for civilian use, it's a great rifle. So don't get hung up on those kind of deals. But understandable if you don't want a traditionally laid out rifle like that. So. Last and not least, these are in no particular order, by the way, is the AUG, which we have done a cool video on for TSC TV. This is a great rifle.
I absolutely love it, and I'm currently searching for one as well.
If you want a bullpup with history, support, and a proven record, the AUG's the way to go. Some people will say, well, the Tavor. Well, the Tavor hasn't been around as long as the AUG. The AUG's been around for much longer.
The Tavor is a cool rifle in its own right, but it's, in my opinion, just not as cool as this.
It is my least favorite bullpup. I probably will catch some flack for that. But the AUG and the FS2000, I think, beat the Tavor.
Yeah, I haven't had an opportunity to fire your Tavor yet, so I don't really have an opinion. But I have shot this.
I mean, some people prefer the Tavor, some people prefer the AUG, some prefer the FS2000. We'll cover that later. But
we do have a bullpup shootout video coming.
Bullpup shootout video coming, so that'll be kind of cool. But this is our pick for the last great current production AR alternative, simply because it's handy, reliable, accurate, and it's modular. There's parts, there's long barrels. You can convert them to 9mm.
Magazines are readily available.
True, and you can take either AUG or AR-15 magazines.
Yeah, if you change out the body of the gun, which it's not that hard, is it?
No, also as an aside, there are plenty of registered full auto trigger packs available for these, which is not something most people consider, but it's just kind of cool that exists for the gun. So in theory, you can just get a full auto AUG or a trigger pack, throw it in your gun, and go to town.
Well, I mean, and the same thing can be said about this HK rifle here. You can get a Fleming Sear for that, or a registered trigger pack or whatever have you.
Absolutely. So anyways, yeah, it's a great gun. I can't sing the praises of the AUG more.
Out of all of them, if I had to pick one, it probably would be the AUG.
That's pretty bold. I honestly don't know which one I would pick. What context? Are we talking hunting or?
Just an all-around rifle. Which one of these 5 would you choose if you had to have just one?
I would probably choose the SCAR simply because of its user-friendliness and its modularity. When I say modularity, I mean it's got a big Picatinny rail on the top that I can mount an optic to. It's got pistol grips I can change out to whatever I want to. Folding stock, collapsible stock.
All fair points.
I do wish it had a caliber conversion kit available like the ACR, but I think some companies make them aftermarket, but
I don't know. I don't know enough about them, to be honest. But you do have to remember you're built a little bit more laying, you got longer arms and that kind of nonsense. So something like this works better for a short guy like myself.
Well, there you go. I can't argue with that. So anyways, guys, that's our picks for the best 5 AR-15 alternatives that are currently in production. I'm Alex C.
And I'm Patrick R.
Thanks again for watching the firearmblog.com, guys. And if you liked our video, hit that subscribe button. We'll really appreciate it.